Hello everyone, Birdman 316 once again. We are out here with a solo. This is another one that I found on sale from the same seller. This is going to be a backup for the other one. Looks very similar, but this one has the Gravedigger haunted house on the side. You can see it right here. The other one has a Gravedigger ghost on the side. This is going to be a backup model in case something ever happens to the other one. I'm just out here testing it. It's the very first time it's ever been flown. I'm going to test fly it, make sure everything's cool with it. Then I'm going to take her and put her back in the box, and she's going to sit there waiting in case the other one decides to go bad or something, which I hope it won't, because Solo is one of the best birds out there, and it'd take a whole lot to mess up a Solo. But here we go. You hold the fly button to start the motors. Everything's been calibrated, compass been calibrated, level calibration. The app has been updated for this one, and everything is good. The reason you're not seeing anything on the video display is because there's no camera on there. You'll see in just a second when I get this baby fired up. Here we go. Starting the motors. I'm going to stand back. Hopefully she's going to behave herself. You see there's no camera under there. I'm going to fly her for a few minutes and then land her and check the motor temperatures. Because like I said, it's a brand new bird, or a refurbished bird, never been flown before by me. As you can see that the haunted house on there. There's a stupid gnat flying around me. I think I might stand under the bird so it can't get me. There we go. Come get me now, gnat. I dare you. Okay. You notice the hourglass under there like the Black Widow has. She's holding steady. We have 9 satellites. We got the antennas pointing downward and out just a little bit like you're supposed to. There's stock antennas here. I'm going to fly around just a little bit and then bring her back in and land her and check those motor temperatures and take off again. I'm going to get her up in the air just a little bit higher. I'm going to keep her kind of low. There's a low flying airplane right there. Well, I'm not sure. He might be about 1,000 feet maybe. I'm going to check the yaw rate. And when I go forward, go up just a little bit more. I got her in low speed. That's kind of like a slow speed right here. I'm going to release the stick now. Air brakes. I'm going to bring her back in and land her just for a minute. And we are going to check those motor temperatures. I'm not sure if this one has an auto land feature or not. So I'm just going to land her anyway. It shouldn't hurt anything. And she's holding really steady. I'm going to scoot her over this way just a little bit. Well, the back end kind of sunk down. Now one more to do now is I'm going to check these motors. They're just a little warm. And the battery is, well, it doesn't say what the battery is right now. Well, yeah, it does. 79% battery power. Sitting on 1011 satellites, and she's still saying searching for satellites or GPS. But it's okay. We will let the motors cool down just a bit. Well, there it goes. Got tens of. Now this one here doesn't have the cardboard modification under the lid, under the roof here. The other one does, but it seems like it pulls them satellites in pretty good anyway. We're sitting on 11 satellites. Yeah, motor's just a little, they're not boiling hot, but they're warm. I think I'll let her cool down just for a little bit more. I'm braving the heat coming out here, hanging with my YouTube family. We'll just chat for a minute, let the motors cool down some more. These birds, I have 4 batteries total. For 2 flyable birds, I have another one that I think it might have an issue with the, what do you call that thing, the Wi-Fi board or whatever's inside the bird itself. Because on here, it detects Wi-Fi connected to the Solo, but yet the app says searching for Solo. I can't find it, so I'm thinking maybe a board, or like, I don't know if there's a such thing as a Wi-Fi board or a chip or something that's separate from the main board, but that's my main parts bird anyway. So if it doesn't never work, it'd be fine with me, because there's spare motors and the ESC and the motors on the same board itself in the corners, like right here, like all this right here, all that right there is one big circuit board plus the motors attached to it. Well, enough of my jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and put this baby in the air again and fly down the rest of the battery down to about 20%, then we're going to land. Here we go. We're facing the other way to take off. Oh, 12 satellites. All right, here we go. Starting the motors. And push fly again to take off. Green bar go all the way across, and there we go. We are in the air. I'm guessing, let's see, wait, 3 meters. No. Yeah, altitude 3 meters. 3 meters. Let's get her on up there a little bit. But not too high though. Let me try something here. I'm gonna see if I can make adjustments on the fly here. Go to settings. And where it says Solo Performance, right there. I hope you can see this. So it says slow. I'm going to bump it up to medium. And bump it up to medium also. And we're going to see what happens here. Okay, here we go. What I'm going to do. There we go. I'm getting it full stick forward. Let me go up a little bit higher, because we don't want to run in that tree there. That would be bad on the very first solo flight. Very first maiden flight, that is. Let me check that yaw out. We got a little faster. We got a little faster. Get this a little bit higher. Go a little higher. And we're going to go to the left. And we're going to come back around this way. I'm making sure I can see her. We're going moths and bugs and all kinds of stuff. Here we go. Here she comes. Full stick forward. She's going pretty good. Man, I'm not expecting any really fast performance out of this bird. I mean, like I said, my other flights of my other bird, my other solo, they can be set up to be hot rods. They can do this, that, and acro and all kinds of crazy stuff. But I'm just gonna keep this one for a camera bird, and of course this is a backup bird right here anyway. I might get her out and fly her once in a while, but not like the other one. Right on top of that tree there. I was really careful. I'm gonna let her sit right here for just a minute. I'm gonna go back into here. I'm gonna slow down that pan a little bit and see what we got here. Performance, where are we? Oh wait a minute, I need to go here first. Performance and camera. Oh wait a minute, everything's slowed back down. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna put this one on fast just for a minute to see what it does here. This top one, the main performance to it. I'm gonna do a full stick forward. Well, of course the GPS is gonna hold it back just a little bit. I think they're all like that. But except for some reason the bugs too, the GPS bird, you know, the bugs, it doesn't seem like it has the GPS holding it back at all. So bring it down a little bit more. Let her sit right here. Let me back up just a little bit towards us and raise her up just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to go back in here again and see if that setting changed. For some reason it's changing on me. I don't know why, but I guess it'll be okay. See, it moved back down to slow. It was very fast on the top one where it says for flight, but hey, it's all good with me. It's a camera bird. It's not supposed to be a hot rod. So that's what I got them for, to be camera birds. Actually, we're sitting on 12 satellites. Battery power 50%, 57%, sorry. We are 13 meters away from ourselves. We are 5 meters high. Let me go a little higher. That's not bad. That was a full throttle, wide open punch. But it's okay. I mean, you know, it's not a problem. Like I said, she's supposed to be a camera bird, not a hot rod. If I want to be hot rodding around, I'll just I'll get my Bugs 3 out, and on my X251, those are my hot rod birds. So these here are the camera birds. They're not meant to be hot rod around or anything like that. But I think that option is available. Let me go a little higher here. We'll make sure we clear that tree over there, because the other week I got my Bugs 2. Got a little crazy with it and sent her through a couple of branches there, and she sliced right through, but luckily she did not get stuck. I was lucky. As Andy Griffith would say, boy, I tell you what, you sure got lucky on that one. You sure got lucky. Lucky. Yeah, huh? Yes, sir. That's my, I guess, my imitation of Andy Griffith. Wasn't a very good one. Okay, don't tell anyone I tried that. Here we go. We're flying along. 50% battery. When we drop a couple satellites, we're down to 9. But it's okay, because even if it dropped down to 0 satellites, I have enough practice time to bring her back safely through orientation. Now, this is the latest I've ever flown one of these solos. And those lights, I am 72 meters away from myself, and those lights, they really, really shine. They really, you can see them really good, like headlights up front, you know, the white lights up front for headlights. And the back lights are red. Those are your tail lights. You know, like on a normal car. I'm trying to make sure I point the radio at the bird. Just for safety. Just for safety. we're catching somewhat of a sunset. Now, speaking of sunsets, I'm going to bring her back down over here for a minute. And I want to get a nice shot of her in the sunset, facing the sunset, for like a thumbnail or something. Bring it back around here before it gets too late. Like a wide, lazy circle here. Okay, here we go. We're going to bring it down very slowly. Let me get her over here just a little bit. Come down a little more. Y'all are this way a little bit more, like this. Okay, here we go. Check that out. Check that out. Sunset solo. Hey, that's pretty cool. Sunset solo. 41%. They were back up to 12 satellites. 12 satellites. 40% battery. 3 meters high. We're 5 meters away from ourselves, from the transmitter. And that looks really good on that sunset right there. I'm going to bring it back over here a little bit. Right overhead. I'm going to scoot over this way a little. You can see that ghost, the haunted castle that's found on your Gravedigger monster truck. So I figured I would put that on here. That'd be my Gravedigger Solo. Gravedigger 2. I mean, she gets it done. I mean, she's everything that I want in a camera bird. I mean, she's nice and steady. I mean, these controls are just like creamy Miss Butterworth's maple syrup, or buttery maple syrup. I'm not close to that power line. This looks like I am, but I'm not really close to it. It just looks like I am because of the camera angle. It looks pretty cool at night. I'm going to come back around this way. I'm going to do an overhead pass here. And I'm going to do a goofy nap. I'm going to do a reverse. Check this out. We'll reverse. I'm going to come over us and reverse. Check this out. Here we go. It's pretty cool. Put it just a little bit higher. How many people fly their solos in reverse? I like to try different things. There's a bat. Let's bring it back around here a little bit. I'm going to get a front angle in the sunset with the headlights facing us. Bring it down very slowly. We're at 28%. So I need to do this pretty quickly. There we go. We're facing ourselves at 27% battery power and a nice sunset with the solo. .25% battery. We're going to let her go just a little bit longer. Let her go down to about 20%. I'm going to practice some manual orbits here. Go this way, and yaw it this way. Bring her back towards me a little bit. There we go. Manual orbits. I'm pushing both sticks inward. That's what I'm doing with her. It's not perfect, but and bring her in just a little bit more. Here we go. Now, I'm going to do it both sticks out. Might not be able to do it for too long because this battery is at 19%. And I need to turn around and I need to land. Well, I need to land like this. There we go. And just like this right here. Bring the stick down very slowly. I'm going to back up just a tad. And come down very slowly. Very slowly. There we go. Coming towards the ground. And we're touching down. Just hold the stick all the way to the bottom. Until the motor stops turning. Then you can approach the bird very carefully. Reach down and hit this power button. And the bird turns itself off, and turn this button right here, this power button on the radio. And when you feel a little vibration, let go of the button and it shuts itself down. Now you can safely reach down and pick up the bird and put her back over here just for a minute while you turn off the app. And it's going to be saying, no satellites, what happened, where did you go? But that's okay. Alright, that has been an evening dusk flight of the 3DR Solo. These motors are pretty warm. That's probably because we didn't do a whole lot of forward flying. We did mostly hovering, but that should be still okay. I'm going to put a little more oil on those bearings, just a little bit, to make sure we're in good shape here. But this has been a maiden flight of Solo number 2. This is Birdman 316. Sayonara.